You're watching the Delaware Way, and we continue the conversation with Sussex County Councilman Rob Arlett, who, of course, you're hoping to be the next senator in Delaware. So take me through talking about, looking at national issues like the trade issue that is so in the headlines right now. What's your attitude about how to deal with that here in Delaware?
Well, I think number one, as an elected official representing Delaware at the U.S. Senate, it is America first. It is Delaware first. As a matter of fact, that's one of my taglines. And placing Delaware first, because our current elected officials have forgotten about Delaware and our families in this state. So to me, it's got to make sense. Each trade decision is going to be different based on the country that you're dealing with and the quote-unquote deal that's involved. The first focus has to be for Delaware. The second focus has to be what's best for the country, and not always what's the easiest pathway and what might be to the best interest of the other country that you're involved with. So for me, those are the litmus tests: what's best for Delaware, and then what's best for our country, and then we'll make a decision based on that.
What do you think about, there's this whole movement by a lot of libertarians and also conservatives to have sort of this, convention of states, and to make sure that we have fiscal responsibilities. Where do you stand on those kinds of issues?
I think if it's constitutional, I would support that. It's an uphill battle, as evidenced by the Constitution. It's a very difficult thing, but yet it's a pathway. And I think our government is out of control. They do spend more than what we have, and I think they have been very irresponsible in prioritizing as far as what's most important for the American people. As an elected official myself, I bring that to the table. I am an elected official, and I have been in office for over 3 years now. We have lived below our means in Sussex County. We have a very responsible budget. We live below, again, what we bring in, and I think our residents appreciate our fiscal responsibility that we will bring to the federal level. Because, I understand one thing, Dawn, and that is the government cannot be all to everybody, correct? There has to be a level of personal responsibility. And as a husband and a father, I instill that into my own sons, making sure they understand the key to their success is not the government. The key to their success is by looking into the mirror and understanding they are the secret to their success. It does not mean that the government does not have a role for those most needy and those have the biggest obstacles to overcome. Yes, we have a role to assist them. Yes, we have a role to assist our elderly that we've made promises to, correct? But at the same time, I think we've come to a culture of entitlement. Some people will not look in the mirror to determine what they can do for themselves, but they will look to the government to determine what the government can do for themselves. So to me, it's fiscal responsibility, has to be individual responsibilities, correct? And our Constitution says that we're entitled to what? To the pursuit of happiness. That's the pursuit thereof, correct? It doesn't mean you're going to get there, but you're entitled to the pursuit. And in America, we have the opportunity to succeed, and we have the opportunity to fail. It's all up to us as individuals what's most important for us and our families.
For kids, for children growing up, their one pathway to success is to have a good school.
Sure.
Delaware, we see retirees, especially from New Jersey with those taxes, retiring here in Delaware.
Yes.
But for families, a lot of times there is concern about the quality of the schools.
Yes, ma'am.
So we have a surplus right now coming into the budget process. I mean, would you invest in the schools, or how do you feel about improving education?
Glad you brought that up. As a matter of fact, just this last week, I was right here in Wilmington, and I took a private tour, personal tour with the superintendent of Brandywine, one of the schools, one of the middle schools there in Brandywine School District. To answer your question specifically, that number one, that they are properly funded. But I will share with you, that's not the only key, because as a nationwide, our budgets per student are in the top 10. But yet the rankings in our education, as far as the results, is in the lower tier, the lower half of our states around the country. So I think there has to be a balance of proper funding. At the same time, I believe it comes back down to regulation. I will share we had many conversations that day in the school with teachers, with some students, and administration, and the one thing that everybody basically said is government, get out of the way, let the teachers teach and the educators educate. So that's my goal, is to remove the red tape of the federal government, allow the educators to educate, getting back to the basics, getting back to the educating of our kids, so therefore they can find ways to stay in our state. And my job is to bring new opportunities so they want to stay here and keep here.
On that note, we'll continue the conversation next time.
Thank you
so
Dawn.
much.
God bless you. Appreciate you.
Oh, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, Rob Arlett. And I know that you were supportive of for our farmers, but there's a plea right now where you can help our farmers here in Delaware. Find out about a really strange looking bug that's bugging all the farmers up next.